Before the app Hideout, the world was quieter, slower, more distant. You couldn't reach someone across the ocean instantly. News traveled in hours, sometimes days. Fame was reserved for a few. Information was locked behind books, offices, and institutions. Then one small icon appeared on our screens. It didn't look dangerous, it didn't look powerful, but it changed everything. This is the story of the app that changed the world. Life before digital connection. Before smartphones became part of everyday life, communication moved slowly and carefully. Every message mattered. You paid per SMS, so words were short and replies were delayed. Silence didn't mean someone ignored you. Sometimes it just meant they couldn't afford to respond yet. International calls were expensive. Very expensive. People watched the clock while talking. Long conversations were rare. Distance felt heavy. Not just in miles, Butencost.news didn't arrive instantly. It came from television and printed newspapers. You waited for scheduled broadcasts. By the time information reached you, it had already been filtered, edited, and finalized. Ordinary people had no global voice. Your thoughts stayed local. Your opinions rarely traveled beyond your community. The world listened to institutions, not individuals. Businesses needed physical offices to access, without a building, a phone line, and paperwork. You weren't taken seriously. Celebrities needed studios, record labels, television, networks. Gatekeepers decided who deserved attention and who remained unseen. Power belonged to institutions. They controlled communication. They controlled information. They controlled influence. The world was connected, but it wasn't linked. People lived together, yet experienced life separately. Then something shifted. Facebook, the beginning of the social age. In 2004, inside a dorm room at Harvard University, a college student named Mark Zuckerberg built a simple website. Its goal was not fame, wealth, or global power. It was just connection. A digital directory where classmates could see each other, learn names, faces, and interests. It was called the Facebook. At first, it was exclusive. You needed a college email. It felt private, safe, almost intimate. But that limited access made it desirable. Within days, thousands signed up. Within months, it spread to their universities, then high schools, then anyone with email. What started as a campus project quietly and added something bigger, the social age. For the first time, identity moved in line. People weren't justicers. They were profiles. Your name, your photos, your thoughts, your relationships. All packaged into a digital self. Facebook didn't invent friendship, but treat-a-phonetic.a friend was no longer just someone you knew. It was someone you added, someone you followed, someone you watched from a distance. Likes replaced nods. Comments replaced conversations. And suddenly, approval had a number. Facebook became the place where birthdays were remembered, relationships announced, arguments fought, and memories stored. It wasn't just a platform. It was a lifestyle. People didn't log off and forget. They checked in constantly. Morning.noon, night on buses, in beds, at work, at funerals, at weddings. The app learned what you liked, what you hated, what made you angry, and what made you stay. And with that extensive knowledge, it gained influence. Yet advertisers noticed. Politicians noticed. News noticed. Facebook wasn't just showing content. It was shaping what people thought was important. What you saw next, who you trusted, what you feared as it grew, so did its power. It connected families across oceans, reunited old friends, created businesses from bedrooms. It also spread misinformation, amplified division, and turned attention into a currency. Elections were shaped, movements were born, careers were built and destroyed overnight, all from a post share or an algorithmic push. What began as a small college website became a digital nation with billions of citizens and morals written by the people. Facebook wasn't just social media. It was identity, it was memory, it was influence. And whether people loved it or hated it, one didn't matter. By the time anyone realized what had been created, it was too late. The world was already living inside it,